Everyday design decoded. Instant ramen. The physics of the squiggle.
I was staring at my lunch today, specifically this brick of instant noodles, and honestly, it looks like total chaos. It is just this tangled, crimped, dehydrated mess. Why on earth does it look like that? Why not just dry them straight, like spaghetti? Welcome to Why It Looks Like That.
It does look chaotic, doesn't it? But every single one of those squiggles is there to solve a very specific problem that Momofuku Ando ran into back in 1958.
Wait, 1958? That's oddly specific.
That's when he invented them. See, the goal was shelf-stable noodles that you could eat just by adding hot water. To do that, he had to get all the moisture out, fast. His method was flash frying. He dunked the fresh noodles into hot oil to dehydrate them instantly.
Okay, so deep frying. That sounds delicious. But, I still don't see why they have to be wavy.
Well, imagine taking a handful of wet, straight spaghetti and throwing it into a deep fryer. What happens?
I guess they'd just sink.
They would clump together. The strands would stick flat against each other. It's called capillary action. The oil couldn't get in between the strands, so you'd end up with a hard, dense brick that's burnt on the outside and raw on the inside.
Ew. Okay, nobody wants a raw dough brick.
Exactly. So the wave shape is crucial. Those crimps force the strands apart. They create tiny pockets of space, air gaps, that let the hot oil circulate around every single strand simultaneously. It ensures the whole block dries out evenly in seconds.
So the squiggles are basically spacers. That makes sense for the cooking part.
But that's only half of it. There is another reason those waves are there, and it has to do with what happens after they leave the factory. Think about shipping.
They get thrown in the truck?
Right. If you shipped a block of straight, dried noodles, they'd snap in half the first time the truck hit a pothole. Dried pasta is brittle, but that wavy pattern, it interlocks.
Oh, it's like structure.
Precisely. It acts like a truss system, like the triangles you see on a bridge. The waves distribute the stress throughout the block. It makes the whole thing rigid enough to survive being tossed into a box, driven across the country, and shoved onto a shelf without crumbling into dust.
That is wild. So it's basically an edible bridge structure?
An edible bridge that cooks in 3 minutes. And that's the final bonus. Because the waves keep the strands separated, when you pour your boiling water in, the water hits way more surface area instantly.
Ah, so that's why it's always exactly 3 minutes.
If they were straight, they'd take way longer to rehydrate. So those squiggles are actually high-performance engineering designed to survive the deep fryer and the delivery truck.
And here, I thought it was just pretty pasta. I'll never look at my lunch the same way.
Ignite your muse with drops of inspiration. Search Musedrops.